is and what our agenda is or something, which I did want to answer, but I started by trying to introduce myself and be human, and no, they weren't having any of that. It was just really it was just rude, vicious, and in a couple of the chats I was in tonight, they scream and yell and talk over each other, and they're just vicious and quite ignorant and delusional oftentimes. And I'm like, how is anybody ever going to get anywhere like this? And I just gave up. I was very disgusted by the end of the evening. And I couldn't give a rat's ass at this point what Josh thinks of me or Taff, because I just don't have time or energy for that kind of delusion or that kind of vicious behavior. And I've heard all about Josh at this point, and I know the nonsense he gets up to. And like he actually thinks that calling our tribes and whining about us is actually going to accomplish something. I can tell you right now, call my tribe and whine about me. See what happens. Come to our tribal council meeting and whine about any of us and see what happens. So yeah, there's that.
Well, no one's worried about you, right? I'm not worried about presenting Cherokees. I have nothing to be fearful of you guys. My problem with you coming into a black space to try and come at, because they're still my people, regardless of the foolishness that they do, they're still my people. And you as a white presenting native, a white presenting Cherokee woman, you're not going to come into a black space and try to persecute my people. Sorry.
Now you're black.
I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to. You didn't even give me a chance.
Yeah.
Is he still here? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes. When I saw you the live with Michelle and her messaging you back in the comments, I was in that live, and I know what your intentions are. I'm just not going to let you do.
No, you don't. See,
I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to give a white presenting Cherokee the opportunity to come at my people. It's not going to happen.
Josh,
how am I over talking when she just spoke here for a long period of time? I barely got to get 3 sentences out.
She's trying to tell you something, bro. Listen.
But there's nothing. I haven't even fully explained what I'm saying. What do you mean? You have a white presenting native going after reconnect.
No. That's not how you're gonna do it, Josh. This is not your live, bro. You do that shit in your live, but you don't do that in my live. You don't come in here trying to run the tables, bro. I was telling you she was trying to tell you something. And I gave you the opportunity to listen real quick, and then you can answer.
But she interrupted him when he was trying to speak. So
and who are you?
I did. I'm sorry.
So you gotta hold the same standard.
Yeah, I know, but we're not gonna. I'm not gonna allow the you know what I mean, the disrespect of a woman. She was trying to tell him something real quick, and then he, you know what I mean. I brought him up here. Who are you, bro?
He was hardly disrespecting her.
Who are you, bro? Who are you?
I'm a dude, I guess. Northern Arapaho and Quapaw. I see some of Josh's lives.
That's Spider-Man.
All right, so what? You just came up here. A little buddy.
I was just trying to tell him that.
Because you guys freak out a lot about Josh when
we're not freaking out, bro. I know Josh, bro. I'm not freaking out. I don't go into his life disrespecting him or anything. I'm just saying, he's not gonna run the live here. This is my life.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think he's in a position where he's trying to defend himself because he's had these issues before where people are going off on him for no reason. Not that Mono is going off on him or anybody here is, but he's had to deal with people lying on him and stuff. So when there's other people coming in and acting aggressive towards, I will say there's a lot of miscommunication. Sometimes Josh will go off on people for no reason, but the same thing happens with you guys too. You guys will go off on people for no reason, whether it's jumping into other lives or somebody comes in or whatever. I mean, it just happens in both communities. So. But the only reason I have anything to say is because I keep seeing random natives trying to invalidate him for claiming his ancestry. Like Razquan was up in the comments just a second ago saying, "Oh, now you're black." He's been black. He's been saying he's black. He's Afro-Indigenous. That's the whole deal. And I'm sure that you guys know that, but I'm just saying that's my reason.
He needs to prove it, bro.
What makes him indigenous? What makes him Indian?
What makes him indigenous? His ties to the Plains tribes from his grandma.
I'm sorry. To the what tribes?
The Plains tribes. You can go ahead and ask him. He's posted it on his profile what tribe it was they descend from. It's literally right there in one of his first few videos.
And will he share his genealogy so we can verify it?
I don't
Is
know,
he a
but
tribal member?
I'm not going to invalidate somebody who clearly is fighting for Afro-Indigenous people, and just because
Yeah,
he
but he's
fights for the
going to.
Black community. I will say, sometimes there's some goofy people on his lives, Mad Facts and all those people. It's it's not cool to be knowing that they have a place where they can speak, but Josh doesn't believe in their ideology. He doesn't have to do this and that just because you guys don't like it. If he wants to let whoever come up and talk, that should be fine. If they're stupid, they're going to make themselves look stupid. It's that simple.
Yeah, and I never said a single rude or offensive thing. I was seriously, genuinely going in there to try to learn and to just ask some very respectful questions to try to learn. I never got a chance. He was super rude. And what I was trying to tell him just now is that he made an assumption. He said that he knew what my agenda was or something like that. And he thought I was going in there to record his live. And Josh, I'm telling you right now, if you're still here, I'm old. I've had 2 strokes. I'm autistic. I tried to say that to you in your live so that you could get to know me a little bit, and you just interrupted me and shut me down every time. But those are facts that actually affect me, okay? It's like the struggle's real, and I'm new on TikTok. I don't know how to operate, and I like need my grandkids to show me how to do stuff on here. I don't even know how to make a live yet myself. I'm trying to learn, and I don't even know. I would not even know how to record a live, and I'm not copying anything or reposting anything. I mean, look at the TAF page, tell me where you see that. It's not there. It doesn't exist because I don't know how to do it. And I haven't asked anybody else to do it either. Otherwise it would be there, right? But I haven't even asked. So, I wish he wouldn't make assumptions about me. He can't get into my head and tell me what my intentions are. He doesn't know. And if he would pay attention, he could probably see from what I've actually said and done what my intentions are. TAF is about, stopping actual criminal fraud and pointing out these frauds where it should be criminal, like that professor in Queens, or the woman who's out there killing people and fake ceremonies and stuff. And I hate it when we get cross with each other. But, I have a right to some feelings too, and I have a right to an opinion too. And so, there it is. And if we disagree, that's okay. Doesn't mean I hate you. And other people's opinions of me are none of my business and really have no effect on my life. So.
All set.
I wish we could all get along. I really do. People are vicious, though. I've noticed that on TikTok. People are mean. Why?
Yeah.
I'm a
Stress
nice
levels are high.
person.
Stress levels are high on TikTok for some reason.
Yeah,
Maybe
but you know what,
trauma,
guys?
maybe
The one thing that I've learned the
trauma.
longer is, you got to stop, take a minute, Nobody, I don't think anybody here on this panel in particular has anything against the Afro-Indigenous community. If anything, it's quite the contrary, right? Those of us who have members in our own families who are Afro-Indigenous, we take it to heart, man. You don't even know. I sometimes sit back, and that's probably the main reason why I don't pay attention to the comments. But what is that tap? You guys hear that?
What?
It was like tapping or something. I don't know. I just heard like dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. That was weird.
I was just answering. I was answering something in the chat. Maybe you heard me typing.
That's what it was. It was driving me bonkers. But anyway, we take certain, me particularly personally, certain issues to heart. Like and I sit back and I just listen to some of the rhetoric, and it's like, motherfucker, you guys have no idea. And I don't want to be like that tokenizer, right? Or that, and I always bring it up. Just know that, when you start talking about Afro-Indigenous and, that's just an issue very, very close to me. You know what I'm saying? And make no mistake, I am not going to listen or put up with anybody, disrespecting them because they're members of our family. Bottom fucking line, you know. And we can always call in the question, the quantity, the blood quantum, you know, whatever. I go by more with what's in their heart and what comes out of their mouth. I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Turn that typing sound off because it's crazy.
No, all you gotta do is mute.
I will simply. So
No,
if I
just
mute,
mute.
you can't
If
hear
you-
it. Okay,
No.
I'm so
And
sorry.
then
And
unmute
I'm
when you speak.
done.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Can
Yeah,
I
when you
answer the
type-
questions that were in here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so somebody wanted to know a little bit more about me. I think they asked if I was Cherokee and about being Cherokee and speaking my language. So yes, I do speak my language. I'm from Cherokee Nation citizen, but I know my family who were on the trail and their stories, and I moved back to North Carolina to, you know, be with the Eastern Band and research more about my family out here from when they went on the trail and before. So I'm out here in North Carolina now, and there were some other questions too. I'll look for them. I don't remember what they were, but
You're CNO.
yeah.
Okay, well, Hawaii, don't hang. Glue at the one. Where's Shashi with the Mama Bird, the comedian, social media Shashi with the. Where's Shashi? Osage, Oklahoma. Hawaii.
Hawaii.
No, Hawaii. It's Hawaii.
It's Hawaii where I'm at.
No, it's Hawaii.
No, and we don't correct each other when we speak our
Let
language
me
because there are
explain
several
something to you.
dialects.
Let me explain something to you. First off, I was born and raised with my people on our res. I know
Me
my
too.
lineage going clear back. I don't have to go anywhere
too.
else to find my people. Now, when we ask who claims you, we don't ask for anybody's genealogy. We'll ask, who's your people? What tribe? Oh, you can sigh all you want. But if you're from Oklahoma, you know how this works. Because I sure do.
I
Matter of
do.
fact, who's your people?
And working for TAF.
Who's your people? Because I know all of them.
My
out that
people.
way.
Okay, so get your internet ready so you can look up his picture. So my ancestor on the Dawes, we'll start with him, and then we can go
No,
back or
who's your
forward.
current family?
So my
See, I'm a big
ancestors
horse.
on the Dawes.
I'm a big horse. Who's your people? Who's your direct people? Who's your direct people? I'm a big horse.
Are you going to let me answer?
Well, I don't want to hear about your DAWs.
You let me know when you're done
See, here's the
talking and
thing.
I'll
This is
answer.
what tells me you're really not connected with your people. Because right there I just shared with you who my family is. I didn't have to go clear back to a DAWs role.
You're obviously angry, hun.
You're
I'm not
right,
sure
I am,
why,
because you're reconnecting
but I'm
and
not
trying
angry.
to get up here like the
and when you're ready
pro-Indian.
to let me tell you who my family are, I'll
No,
be happy to
because
tell you all about my family.
you're not who you claim you
Would
are.
you like?
You're not who you claim you are. You're not as connected as you claim you are. And this is from one Oklahoma native to another. Born
Why
and
are you
raised
so?
here.
Why are you so
knows
angry?
how
Ask
this works.
Ask Anale Locust at the UKB who I am. Ask Jeff Wakoj who I am. Ask
Why
David
don't you ask Joe
Quinsilk who
Budge
I
who I
am.
am?
Okay, but I don't really care.
Why
You
don't
told
you
me
ask
you were.
Charlie Soap who I am?
Ask Charlie Soap. He gave me a pair of sweats when I spent 3 months at Standing Rock as a midwife and a med. Connected to hun,
I'm
and
not
that's
your
okay.
hun,
I'm not sure
Christoph.
why you're angry with me.
Babe.
Why
I'm
are
not
you
your
so
hun.
angry with me?
Babe. Because
Why
you're up
are
here
you
trying
so
to present something
angry
you're
with
not.
me?
We don't ask for anybody's genealogy. That's what white people do.
Who is
We
we?
don't ask for anybody's genealogy.
And you don't even
First off.
understand.
Second
When
of
I
all,
talked about
no,
oh my
You're not
God.
going to get up here and try to act
See,
like the
Uncle, this
pro-Indian.
is what I talked about. I'm
You're
not
not
trying
gonna
to
get
act
here
like
and
a
act like the
pro-Indian.
pro-Indian. You are.
I
You
work with
absolutely are.
TAF. I talk about what we do because what we do
Now
is
you're acting like a
important
pro-Indian
and
up
it
here.
protects our
Well, you absolutely
sovereignty.
got up here and
I'm
said,
telling you what
what's
we
his
do because
genealogy?
we're
Is he willing
passionate
to show
about
that so we can
this.
verify that? Who's your genealogy? Who is your
Yeah.
who is your direct
Yeah.
descendant? Who's your grandmother? Who's your grandfather?
My mother.
Who's your parent?
My mother. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, if I could answer you, I would.
No, you're trying to go clear back to the DAWs. I want to know direct lineage, because let me tell you something. I can get off this live in about 5 minutes. I can find out exactly who you are, because that's how connected
No
I
shit,
am.
so can I.
Really,
Oh,
I
goody
just
go.
gave
So
you
now
the
who's
name.
the super
Go ahead.
Indian? You're way
No,
more
that's not being
Indianer than me.
super
I can
Indian.
see that.
That's not being pro-Indian. That's being connected and knowing people, darling.
And you're just being so rude. Whatever.
No,
I don't give a
calling out
rat's patoot
pretendian.
what you think.
No, I'm going to call
My
out a pretendian, because you're not who you claim you are.
You're
not
lying
connected
now.
culturally.
Liar.
You've gotten a
Liar.
little bit of information. You're a fucking Wikipedia Cherokee is all you are.
Yeah, because I used to live in Stillwell. I used to live in Stillwater. I used to
what's your
live in
point?
Vian. I
You're
used to
still a
live in
Wikipedia
Tahlequah
Cherokee.
among my
You're a
people. And
Wikipedia
now,
Cherokee.
for the last 20 years,
You
I've
Cherokee. And
So
if you
you're a
knew
liar.
Anything about it? No, you're a Wikipedia Cherokee. Because if you knew anything about it, you would know that the CNO has all of the genealogy for the United Kituwa Band as well as the Eastern Band.
no
That's how
shit. I
connected
work
I
with them
am,
almost
darling.
every
But I know
day.
that. I know
I
that.
work with them almost every day. So who you telling? You don't even know me. You don't know anything
I can
about me,
tell
but
all
you're up here
about
all
you
pissed
already,
off.
and you're a joke.
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Whatever. I don't know why this woman is so pissy, but I really don't give a crap either.
Because you are not what you're claiming you are. You're not connected. You are not connected. You are
I've
no
been
better than
connected
David
my
Cameron.
whole
How
life.
dare you sit
How
there
dare you
and
what?
judge another native? How
Because,
dare
honey, when you're
you?
connected,
Are you connected to your? When's the last time you went to a sweat? When's the last time you went and talked to your medicine man? When's the last time you spoke to your
What do you know
ancestors?
about my
When's the last
people? What
time
do
you
know
sat by a
about
river and meditated?
What do
When's
you
the
know
last
about
time you spoke to your
ceremonies?
ancestors?
What do you know
Because I
about
can tell you right now, had you spoke to your ancestors and had you been reconnected, you wouldn't be speaking to another native like that. Natives don't do that to other natives.
Media native. What do you
Thank
know about
you.
our ceremonies?
Social
Thank
media
you.
native, honey.
You don't know
I am hour from Kuala. I am from
And
Blue
what do you know about our ceremonies? You don't know anything. They aren't a part of you. They aren't a part of you.
Go talk to George Stott. I attend Long Valley Stomp Dance. Talk to Tom Belt. I
Just
attend
because you
the Gadua.
participate there, just because you're sitting there as an outsider and
She's so disconnected. This is what natives. Okay, Mama Bird is a perfect example. Mama Bird is a perfect example of what disconnection from native spirituality.
And you know it's not. You know it's not. You know damn good and well it's not. And if you were truly connected, you wouldn't be pulling up these type of white ways.
No,
You didn't even
if
hear
you're
a word
connected
I
to your
said.
ancestors, you would never speak to a relative like that.
Shit, you're not a relative.
I know. Thank you,
You're
Angelica
not a
Native.
relative.
Angelic
You're
Native.
not a relative.
I have no idea why she's going off like
You
this so
all are- you
crazy.
are
She doesn't
Wikipedia
even know
natives,
me.
and that's all it is. You're trying to
I
get
belong
up
to
here and trying
two
be
of the
something
stomp dance
you're
grounds,
not.
one
What,
here,
because you
one in
watched?
Oklahoma.
Because you watch.
There-
Because you watch. Because you know. I promise
You better have several seats and go heal. What you are is hurt and you haven't healed. You're disconnected from your ancestors. You're disconnected from your spirituality. Because if you are connected to your people, your spirituality, and you spoke to your ancestors the way you speak, then you would never speak to another relative like that ever. We never condone that. And our medicine men never tell us to do this to other people. You are
Shoot. See, here's the difference between you
people.
and me.
Go have a
I am
seat.
connected.
No, this is the difference between you and the Cherokee people. We would never be